Danny, how are your team news? Any issues to worry about?
We're good. I think we've had a good week off the back of an important win on Saturday. The boys have been in excellent spirits and have worked hard.
Terence, how's he?
Yeah, Terence is on the grass, which is a positive. Obviously, he's an incredible athlete, like everybody knows. And when you have boys that are incredibly athletic, then you have to be extra cautious, because when they have soft tissue injuries, then the nature of the way they perform means that they use their muscles very powerfully. So we've had to be probably more cautious than we would have liked. We anticipated him earlier, but certainly the fact that he's now on the grass and he's in a position where he's fighting for his place in the team.
Is he guilty of maybe pushing himself a bit too early then?
I think Terence's attitude has been excellent through this process. I think he's worked exceptionally hard with the medical team, and I think that they've supported him very, very well. It's not easy being an injured player. And like I said, no, attitude's been really good, work ethic's been good, and he's been really focused.
He's got a real fight though, hasn't he, now, if he is back fit, to get back in that team?
Well, I think this is the positive, isn't it? The team he left to the team he's going to be rejoining. I think now we've got players playing towards the top of their game, and yeah, there's a lot of competition there, which is good. And I think that's really healthy, and I think that's what you want in all positions. If you can create that competition. I mean, young Jaden has done fantastically well. The two centre halves have been consistent. So no, for Terence, he would have seen that, and he's a top player, and top players always rise to the challenge.
You think he's in the back of the sickness bug now as well? Is that fully flushed out of the camp, do you think?
Yeah, it seems to be. We've had no more bouts of it, which has been a real positive. It was definitely disruptive going into the Middlesbrough and the Barnsley game. So no, we're fighting fit.
It's half term this week, Danny. Something I'm sure you used to enjoy in your previous life, but many teachers will be doing lots of marking. So how are you marking yourself at this stage of the job that you've done so far?
I think we're work in progress, and I think we, I would say, effort and endeavour, but always work in progress in terms of attainment. So you're always trying to improve. You're always trying to look for ways to improve. I think the staff here, we've been lucky enough to inherit some outstanding staff members who are working very, very hard to create the environment and the culture that we want for this group of players. And the players have been good since day dot. I think they've applied themselves very, very well. They've been open-minded and willing to learn. And I think slowly but surely we're finding some common ground as a group and coming together. And I think that in itself is crucial if you want to be a successful team. But certainly, you know, we've been pleased to be unbeaten in 6, but we won't be getting ahead of ourselves. We know that the biggest challenges are yet to come. I think we play a Brentford team on Saturday and then a Preston team before the international break, both away from home. Brentford themselves, been very, very impressed with them. Probably the most impressed I've been of any team since I've been here in terms of the oppositional analysis work that we do. I think they've been really slick, move the ball very, very quickly through the thirds, want to make the pitch very open and expansive, very good in the attacking transition moment, and carry real threat with their front three. And have goals throughout their group. So they're in a really good place, very, very confident. And we expect to see the best of Brentford on Saturday, and we're really looking forward to the challenge that brings us as a new group.
I wanted to talk to you about Karlan Grant as well. 8 goals already for him this season, which is an incredible amount of goals at this stage of a season for any player, isn't it? How much do you feel that he's relishing where you've got him at the moment, sometimes in the middle, sometimes out wide? How do you view that balance?
I just think the fact that he can do both and do both equally well is a real asset to the team. If I could photocopy him and have 2 of him, then I certainly would. He's a good kid. It was really interesting for me to see him this week actually in training, because the real top players do well, and he did well at Barnsley. He was excellent. I think he was involved either taking the shot or creating the shot in 8 of our 9 attacking chains that we had. But the real top players, they do well and they go again. And in training all week, he's been really focused, and that is what's impressed me with Carlin this week. Because sometimes players, the good players, do well and then rest on their laurels, but the real top players do well and then go again and want more, and are never happy and never content. And I've seen those qualities in Carlin this week, and that's really impressed me.
You've got a tough run of fixtures now, haven't you? You've got some really good sides that you come up against in the coming weeks and month or so. Brentford's starting it off, but you've got a real tough run of games.
I think they're all tough games in the Championship. I think it's really been good fun all week watching Brentford. We watched them obviously play QPR on Monday. We've watched 5 or 6 of their games now. Still got a few more games to watch to try to really learn about them. But certainly we've gained a good understanding of them and what they can do, both in possession and out possession and in the transitions. They're a team that are playing right at the top of their game. They've got a rhythm and a fluency about them and a real confidence. Like I said, they like to build from the first line. They've been fluid and slick in the way they move the ball and play through teams, and they've got real athleticism in the final third with quality. So you can see why they've gone to the likes of Swansea and QPR recently. I mean, they beat Swansea 3-0, and Gay, were very dominant in that game. Beat QPR recently. They won in a different way against Millwall, coming from 2 goals down, and showed real fight to pull that game around and win 3-2. So we expect to see a Brentford team playing at their best. Like I said, in all the work that we've done thus far, they're the team that we've been the most impressed by, and that really excites us because it means the stakes go up. It means the challenge gets bigger, and we've made some small steps ourselves, and it will be really interesting to see now when the stakes get higher how we cope with that.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.